Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Holy crap. I'm definitely getting some Tarot Tuesday tarot vibes today. It's 10:42. I just sent my children upstairs to be quiet, and now the children across the street are screaming their sweet little faces off. So, message from the universe, you cannot just, you sometimes cannot just shake off what you're a vibrational match to. What else? My ex-husband just swung by to drop off the girls' phone charger and some chicken salad, which FYI, he would have never fucking made chicken salad when he lived here. And I open up my tea bag and it says, love is to live for somebody. Love is not to live with somebody. So I definitely feel like it's a tarot day. And I don't know which tarot spread to use. I hoarded too many tarot spreads. Okay, so over at Instagram, if you go to Tarot Spread Layout, I'm just hoarding tarot spreads over there at Tarot Spread Layout. And I've got some good ones. Like really good ones. So I'm trying to tap into like which one be resonating with me today. It is a new moon energy. However, I posted 3 new moon tarot spreads. So if you want to go check out, I'll repeat it one more time. Tarot Spread Layout. That's me. You'll know it's me because in the description it says just hoarding tarot spreads, Tarot Tuesday at Herb Oracle, and then there's a link to the podcast. Do you hear the kids? Not my kids, not freaking my kids over there. So yeah, there's a new moon tarot spread that says like, what can be lost, what can be felt, what can be found, what can be started. Like, that's pretty good. I don't care though. That one don't do nothing for me. I even posted like what do I need to embrace today? That's a good what I feel, what I think, what I need. See, I don't know if I care so much about myself today to do those ones. There's a tarot spread that says, a tarot spread for when you want the cards to gently drag you. And that's another interesting 3-card pull that you might like to do. It's what you're ignoring, how to acknowledge it, what to do next. See what I mean? These are good, and I'm glad to have them, and I'm happy to hoard them at Tarot Spread Layout. Now, next week, I know for sure what we're doing next week. Next week, we're going to do Embracing Your Gifts Tarot Spread, because I'm going to make sure that I do our next Angelic Herb podcast with, I believe it's Archangel Raziel, and he's going to help us awaken our spiritual gifts. So when I saw this one called Embracing Your Gifts by the Van Mystic, I was like, yeah, we're going to do that. And that's a 5-card one. Okay, so that's next week. So I know next week better than I know right now. Can you relate ever? Like, you're like, okay, I got next week, but right here, right now, I don't know actually what the fuck I'm doing. There's a soul discovery spread. Ooh, see, that one might be good because we're doing Tulsi this week. Our herb of the week is Tulsi. And one of the affirmations is, I awaken to my purpose and deepen my spiritual awareness. And it's a 5-card spread about soul discovery spread. What is your soul purpose? how are you awakening slowly? What new ways to discover yourself? What action to take now? And the last one is the ultimate transformation card. And she uses the Mystic Journal Oracle for this spread. We could use tarot, but like this spread would be good too. Like if you had any, I know like I have a light worker deck that might be interesting. Like you could use this spread for anything, the soul discovery spread. So then I have another new moon manifestation tarot spread. Where do I need to grow where do I need to grow to manifest my intentions? What strength do I possess to aid in my intentions? How can I work toward my intentions? See, I feel like the word intentions for me today is draining. Like I love intentions, but some days I'm fucking tired of making intentions. And then there's a really cool looking new moon energy tarot spread that's like kind of like a triangle shape. And that has some similar questions. Yeah, I guess I'm not into the new moon, which doesn't actually surprise me because I hate the new moons. And I say that lovingly because I don't hate the moon. But I have a rougher time in new moons than full moons or any other cycle of the moon. I've noticed that if I am having a difficult, growly, edgy, fuck the whole world feeling, it's usually during a new moon. Now, there's two other spreads that I posted just last night. One is a Wonder Woman inspired tarot spread. That one's pretty cool, from Spiritual Chick Mel, who's actually going to send me a grace deck, an oracle deck about grace. And what is hindering you from standing in your power? How can you connect with your power? How to continue to stand in your power. She's got this awesome Wonder Woman. So this one, I'm excited to do this one someday. I want to do the Wonder Woman one, but I really want to keep reading. Did I tell you I'm reading Women Who Run with Wolves? Man, yeah, I did, because I told y'all. Yeah, that was, I remember now. Yeah, I told you. Anyways, I'm continuing reading that because I really want to activate my wild woman a little bit more, and then I want to really sit down with this Wonder Woman spread and really be honest with myself, what is hindering me from standing in my power, and how can, when I'm just like almost there, you know what I mean? But if you want to check out Tarot Spread Layout, I'm wanting to tell you, I'm posting some awesome spreads. And then the last one I posted last night was from Yenner's site, Still Waters Run Deep spread. So yeah, that one is a good spread. The first question is how you portray yourself on the surface. And then on the second question, it says what lies beneath the surface. So that's a good self-discovery spread too. But I think the one that we're going to do today, because it just made sense, is the soul discovery spread. So sorry I had to take 8 minutes of your time to talk myself through that. But I just really wasn't sure what I wanted to do, because sometimes you feel like, well, it is a new moon, you should do that. But I don't always jive with astrological reasons, and a lot of times I flat out avoid astrology. I turn to my own inner guidance. I appreciate what the stars have to say, but I appreciate myself more, you know what I'm saying? And more and more, I think astrology has its place, but I'm not ever just gonna do something because something tells me to do it. I'm not ever just gonna do a tarot spread because it's the new moon and everybody else is doing the new moon spread. Good for you. I've hoarded some. I'll do the new moon spread on a full moon. No, you gotta go. Here's the thing about tarot, and this is what tarot teaches you. You must listen to yourself, and you gotta do what you feel like you gotta do. And it's that is what soul discovery is all about. That is what insight discovery is all about. intuitive discovery is all about. You discovery is all about. It's like if you start listening to anybody else at any time, even if it seems like, hey, well, control is control. I think that's what I'm trying to say is control is control. And I feel like you need to be in the driver's seat all the time. And if you feel like you need to take a break, then let your higher self drive. You know what I'm saying? But don't just ever go along with any type of collective if it don't feel right to you. So I love my tarot collective, and I'm glad everybody's doing a new moon spread, and I might even do one later if I feel like it. But right now I gotta do my own thing, right? So it's like, just remember that even if like all your hippy dippy friends are doing one thing, if you don't feel like it, then that's not right for you, even though it's good for them and that might not be what's perfect for you. So, and I'm seeing a vision of like me and all my imaginary CrossFit friends. And I'm just like, listen, girls, you go ahead and work out. But I'm gonna put my trifold 80s inspired red and white vinyl flip chair. I'm gonna set that up on the porch and I'm gonna read my book instead of doing squats. Okay? All right, you guys have fun. Oh, I'm all about ready to do some squats. You guys, you should see my body right now. It's looking good, and I'm like hardly even trying. Like I looked at my abs this morning, and I'm like, I can see muscles. So I get it. Like I get it why I should do some squats now, because my body's like really primed to make muscle right now. So hey, 40 motherfucking 2. Who knew? I might just have to go work out. All right. So I'm all over the place today, as you can tell. It's Tuesday, and that's why we're doing tarot cards. So get your deck out and give it a shuffle. We're going to do the Soul Discovery spread. And this is by starseed.academy. You can find them on Instagram, starseed.academy. Also, it looks like at Starborn Mystic is also in the bottom of this card, or this, this image, and I will maybe have to go back, and maybe that's her second account, Starborn Mystic, and it's inspired by the Mystic Journey Oracle. Don't worry, I'll be able to talk. No, we don't bark during podcast recordings. So it's a 5-card pool. They start at the left and it goes up. It's like a triangle-ish. 1, 2, 3. 3 is at the top, and then 4 or 5 starts the descent again. And it's called the Soul Discovery spread. And the first question is, what is your soul purpose? And that is the question that prompted me to remember our beautiful herb of the week, Tulsi, and awaken to my purpose is one of the affirmations, and deepen my spiritual awareness. So even one of the Tulsi cards was number 20 from the Herb Crafters Tarot deck, Awakening, right? It's essentially the Judgment card, but the one card that we sat with yesterday was the Awakening card. So number 2 is, how are you awakening? See, this jives more with me, rather than uncovering some new moon bullshit. The third question will be new ways to discover yourself. So new ways. What are you doing like new in your life? And go ahead and be shuffling your deck right now and giving them. I'm like making a mess in my lap. Like a second ago, I thought they were all going to spill on the floor because I was swirling them around. Swirling and slithering them around. Hey, just to interject here, my son and my daughter saw the snake yesterday. So the snake is still here, and my son said it definitely 3 feet long, easy. So there's a huge ass snake. You may have heard me talk about it a month ago. It has been spotted. It likes my house. I would too if he wasn't here. I just want to go off on a quick tangent here because, new ways to discover yourself. That was the question. But guess what this snake is like really challenging me and helping me discover. Like I was thinking about this morning. It's challenging me, like, how much do you really love herbs? Because like now there's a snake in your herb garden. How much do you love the herbs now? Like I'm really discovering like where I stand, like, and how I feel about growing the herbs and having this wild mess of foliage all around. Like, you know, it's inviting lots of extra roommates I wasn't really thinking about, you know, but now they're here, and it's like, you know, is this good for me? Is this detrimental to me? Like it's interesting how self-reflective everything in your life can, you know, can happen for you. And it's like these herb gardens of mine, they're so unruly. I've been talking about that for a while, even before the snake. And it's like, oh, there's just this part of me that wants to flatten it all and start over. Well, actually, there's another part of me who wants to just move. Like, there you go, ex-husband. It's your house anyways. Like, good luck with that. But yeah, it's like, it's really like causing a lot of inner reflection. So on that note, I actually, because I keep forgetting to, I want to pull off this book off my shelf called Animals Speak: The Spiritual and Magical Powers of Creatures Great and Small by Ted Andrews. It's this big old book, and I'm actually gonna see what he has in here, if anything much about snakes. He probably does, because there's sea lions and seals, and there's a skunk, squirrel, tiger. Did I skip snake? Maybe there's probably like a whole chapter for snakes. But anyways, I wanted to see like what he said in here and kind of get with that later. So I didn't see snake alphabetically. He probably does have like a whole, he does bird totems a lot. But anyways, I kind of thought to myself, it might be interesting to see like what's maybe being translated. Oh yeah. Chapter 16. What's 16? 1 + 6 = 7. The magic of the reptile world. So like I'm trying to get a good spin on it. That snake looks scary. And it might be interesting to see like if there is a message, or like, God forbid, and my ego does not even like this possibility at all. What if I could start to like it and like look at it like my pet? And my ego's like, Sadie, goes straight to hell. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Get the fuck out of here. But there is a part of me that's like, what if I could just appreciate the snake and be like, yeah, that's our snake. He's big, isn't he? Okay, so I found the snake page is on 360. See, that would be a 360 move for me. That would be a full circle, holy hell. Keynote of snake: rebirth, resurrection, initiation, and wisdom. And so he does have 2 pages. The snake has often been depicted, along with its relatives, the serpent and dragon, as a guardian. See, I gotta read this. I have to. Okay, there's like 4 pages on the snake. If for no other reason than to be at peace and to understand, and, you know, and to see if, anytime a snake shows up as a totem, you can expect death and rebirth to occur in some area of your life. This rarely reflects as an actual death, but rather a transition. So yeah, I would definitely say that's me. Are you needing to make changes but aren't for some reason? Are you trying to force change too quickly? There's a lot of questions he has listed here as possibilities. It can also reflect that your own creative forces are awakening. So here I thought I was going off on a tangent, but I'm just bringing us back to our soul discovery spread. How are you awakening? New ways to discover yourself. The snake in my yard might even be a symbol of my creative force, that my creative forces are awakening. the stimulation of the Kundalini usually has physiological as well as spiritual consequences. And sex drive, yeah, it's on full force this week. And it just goes on and on and on. They have a keen sense of smell. I don't know. I'm just going to read the whole thing. Snakes are symbols of change and healing. They have speed and agility, and apparently this guy is pretty quick. My son even noticed that. So those who have snakes come into their life will usually find the changes and shifts occur quickly and are soon recognized and defined. When snake comes into your life, you can look for a rebirth into new powers of creativity and wisdom. So, anywho's, I'm gonna just set this book over here, and gonna use this. You gotta use everything. That's what I'm saying. You gotta see the message in everything, all the signs in your life. You gotta use them to your advantage. If not, the snakes will keep on getting bigger and bigger and bigger until you see them. Now back to our soul discovery spread. The fourth question, after we discover new ways to discover ourselves, then the fourth card will be what action to take now. And then the fifth card will just be an ultimate transformation topic to, have a peek at. So anyways, let's make some tea if we haven't. Let's shuffle our cards. We're going to pull 5 of them. And we're going to do the soul discovery spread, which just seems to be the most appropriate this week with our Herb of the Week, Tulsi, who is helping lift us into greater understanding, who is reminding us that our devotion needs to be to our holy work and our spiritual journey. And we discover ourselves to heal ourselves, to feel good, so we can spread goodness to all. And have faith that all is well, awaken to our purpose, come home to ourselves, and know that we are holy and sacred. So being holy and sacred is definitely soul discovery. So let's do our affirmations, and then Tarot Tuesday Tarot here at Ho. This affirmation minute is brought to you by our incredible Herb of the Week, Tulsi, and I thank you and I dedicate them all to you. Blessings. I am holy. I am sacred. I come home to myself. I awaken to my purpose and deepen my spiritual awareness. I have faith that all is well. My devotion to my holy work spreads goodness to all. I am lifted to greater understanding. I am holy. I am sacred. I come home to myself. I awaken to my purpose and deepen my spiritual awareness. I have faith that all is well. My devotion to my holy work spreads goodness to all. I am lifted to greater understanding. So be it. All right, you got your deck? More and more people let me know that they're shuffling along with me, and I think that's awesome. So seriously, if you have a deck, go get it. Go get it, because I'll be going at your pace. I'll be waiting for you. Okay, I really do think, too, that, this would be a cool spread to use with this Lightworker deck. I don't know. We'll see how long. If we fly through this, and I'm like, or sometimes even after the podcast, I'll grab another deck. I know. I'll grab another deck and just pull some more cards and see if it expands on anything, or hey, my ears are toning so freaking loud right now too in my left ear. Yes, I hear you. I sense you. So I might have to do that. My celestial galactic sisterhood is chiming in like, girl, we wanted you to pull from that other deck too. All right, so shuffle it up. Here we go. What is your soul purpose? I mean, like, between you and me, like, now, like, are you getting clear? Are you starting to, like, get your sights set on? Are you starting to discover what is your soul purpose? Like, are you starting to realize more and more? Maybe it's general, maybe it's specific. Like, for instance, tomorrow we're going to come back and manifest more joy. And I really feel like if everyone had a soul purpose, like listen, everyone, like, if we would go along the lines that everyone has the same general soul purpose, it would be joy, right? It would be to feel joy. You know, like, what's your purpose? Joy. What's your purpose? Joy, bitch. Right? To feel joy. So I'm actually, last night I went through all my decks and found a bazillion joy cards, and even some cards that I threw in there because they had something to do with joy. And I was like, wow, you're bending your own rules here. But I was like, I'm ready. I'm ready for joy. As a matter of fact, I even have like a side, that I think I do. I think I have some accounts where I've used Joy Oracle as a username, and I don't do anything with it. And I always think to myself, yeah, because that's my username for my 50s, right? Or by end of my 40s, when I really am getting over a lot of this, I don't want to say trivial stuff, but like, I really feel like when I get to the point where I am just pumping out joy every day, I will look back on this period of my life and see that, like, you know, that was bullshit that I had to wade through in order to get where I was at, but it's not going to resonate with me anymore. Like, at some point, just like I don't resonate with my maiden in some areas, at some point in the future, I won't resonate with this version of me either, because I'll be more joy oriented. That will be my purpose. And I understand that my purpose could be joy now. I just don't know why some days it's like so unattainable. But I'm working on it. All right, so what is your soul purpose? Now, that's like joy is, to me, is like general purpose. Everyone can claim that. But what about, like, let's get specific here. You know, like, what is your soul purpose specifically? I really do feel like for a lot of people, and probably myself included, one of my soul purposes is just to anchor energy. And yeah, I don't really have an exciting life, or like, I'm not really doing much of anything, but me just being in a place where I can feel, for the most part, really grounded and anchoring in. I'm like kind of transmuting energies. I'm receiving energies. I'm getting angel bumps across the tops of my shoulders, across my back, and on my neck right now. You know, it's like me just being here, even though it doesn't look like I'm accomplishing much, is actually a big part of my purpose. Then I could spin off of that, opening my mouth, getting my throat chakra cleared so that I can speak to you. That was a big part of my soul purpose. And yeah, now inspiring others who are thus going to inspire others, who are going to inspire others. Like, I am doing my part, I feel like. But I'm open to doing more if there's something else I'm supposed to be doing. So that's the first question we're going to pull for. What is your soul purpose? I wish my soul purpose was to hang out with extraterrestrials in their spaceships. But they're laughing at me right now that I'm afraid of a snake. So how am I supposed to get on a spaceship? Aww. That was really calling me out, you jerks. Okay, here we go. What is your soul purpose? Number one, here we go. Let's just be open. We'll see what the cards say. What is your soul purpose? Shuffle your deck and pull a card. What is your soul purpose? What is my soul purpose? What is my soul purpose? Breathing. Okay. It's hard to not see that my finger is totally clipped on the bottom card. What is my sole purpose? The whole deck kind of got shifty. The whole thing kind of wanted to spill apart there, but very deliberately, it's coming off the bottom for me. Okay, got your card. If not, keep shuffling and wait till one catches your attention. I'm just letting words come out at this point. It's like verbal diarrhea. All right, I got witch hazel. My sole purpose is to be a witch. Okay, 2 of earth. 2 of earth. That is kind of funny though, isn't it? What is my sole purpose? I get witch hazel. Oh, the 2 of earth. And it's a beautiful winter scene. There's these cute little birdies. There's like a woven basket nest hanging. Maybe it's a bird feeder. It's hanging from the witch hazel. There's snow. The witch hazel is yellow. And there's these strings of ribbon tied on the tree. I feel like those are either going to be prayers or wishes. And I know I've read in the book about this card, so I should know what they are, but I can't remember. Yeah, pretty peaceful scene. 2 of earth. Now the 2s in this Herb Crafter's Tarot is all about plants that are beneficial to pollinating animals, providing them food and shelter. So that is why there's all these birds on the witch hazel. And the question, though, that I asked the deck is, what is my sole purpose? And witch hazel comes in and says, full hands, rich life. Ooh, I love it. Full hands, rich life. And that is so friggin' true. Like, I really do feel best and most purposeful when I have a project or 5 or 6 projects, to be honest. I mean, right now I do have at least a half a dozen creative projects that I am working on or that are open. Listen to the birds. That I am open to be working on. So witch hazel says full hands, rich life. That is your purpose. Balance on the edges of depth and lightness. Find joy in each moment. Oh my God, I'm cracking up. That almost makes me want to cry. Yeah, so I'm on the right path telling you that joy is everybody's purpose. And if we want to get specific for me, and the universe is so freaking hilarious for me to say, find joy in each moment. So yeah, joy is my purpose. Generally, specifically, every momently, joy is my purpose. Find joy in each moment. Full hands, rich life, right? Have things going on that you love. And balance on the edges of depth and lightness. And isn't that what I do, actually? Like, I never really would have put it into those words. But yeah, I do balance on the edge of depth. Like, I'm so deep, yet that at the same... But then in the next moment, I'm on the edge of lightness. I'm giggling with the fairies. You know what I mean? It's like really like, oh, I am a weirdo like that. Like, I see meaning and depth in everything, but then at the blink of an eye, I'll just flutter off, you know? So I do love that balance on the edges of depth and lightness. Like, yeah, let's go deep, but then also be so light that we're just so naturally high together. And I think that is a beautiful space to be, because it's like that contrast that you want to experience, like not like good and bad, or, you know, like contrast like light and dark, but it is light and dark, but it's like deepness and incredible, unfathomable meaning, yet lightness and bliss and ecstasy. I mean, if I have to pick contrast, that's the kind I want. So full hands, rich life. What's your purpose? Your projects are your purpose. Right. So like right now, like I'm hanging out with Flossie. I'm discovering that book. I'm hanging out with Women Who Run with Wolves. I'm reading that book and reflecting on that. I'm working on nerdy podcasts. I'm doing these podcasts. I have videos to record for my YouTube channel, just doing flip throughs with Oracle decks. I still have that creative project open that I'm working on. And like I have other stuff too coming in that I'm trying to make time for, creative things. And I'm open. I'm always open to creative projects. Like I have a sewing machine. I'm just waiting for the inspiration, right? Like I keep on getting glimpses of some art I want to make, but then it goes away. And so as a good artist, I'm waiting for it to come and strike me full on, But I do feel like I am at my best when I feel like I have purpose. And how do I feel like I have purpose? Through projects. Absolutely. Full hands, rich life. And finding joy in each moment. That is my sole purpose. To come to this planet of duality and contrast and struggle and strife and really just live a joyful life. I mean, like, I totally get it that, like, that's what my soul thought would be cool to do. You idiot. But, like, anyways, I'm here rocking it. So I hope that my soul is happy. Because I'm figuring it out all the time, how to be joyful no matter what. So a blanket of fresh snow covers the ground on a winter day. The vibrant yellow flowers of a witch hazel tree illuminate the scene. The other plants on the land are brittle and leafless. Colored ribbons are tied to the tree's branches. A family of healthy blue tits emerges from a woven birdhouse for a midday snack. So I love that the birds on my soul's purpose card are called blue tits. That just feels so perfect. Thank you. Especially if you hung out with me yesterday and was entertained by my stories from the Women Who Run with Wolves. And what was that goddess's name? Balbo. Baubo. So if you caught that yesterday, then you'll love the fact that I'm getting some blue tits in my reading today, because not only do I want to see through my nipples, I want them to be blue. Okay, blue tits. All right, staying focused here. I'm not telling you the story again, because if you didn't listen to yesterday's podcast with Tulsi, you should. And I'm just trying to trick you into doing that. All right, so a busy life is an abundant life. Your many skills are called to task at once. Witch hazel is valued for providing multiple functions: food and refuge for the birds, flexible branches for baskets, and bark for medicine. Flowering in late winter, witch hazel blends the edges of winter and spring, the edges of grief and joy, the edges of depth and lightness. The ability to hold the tension of opposing interests brings prosperity. Your stability may feel at risk, but as the flowers promise, relief is not far off. When the world shifts around you, find solid ground in the present moment. So yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. Like, a lot of my purpose is to just be a Taurus, okay, and be stable and be solid and anchor stability even when the world is like shit's hitting the fan and everybody's going crazy. My job is to just be cool. My job is to just be here and be cool. Like, I know it doesn't sound like like much of an exciting soul purpose, but somebody has to be an anchor. Somebody has to hold it tight. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of us who are doing just that. All right. So, I mean, we're still having our human moments and, you know, what have you. But at the root of our core essence, we are fucking anchors. So, like witch hazel blossoms that brighten a monochromatic winter landscape, adding levity to your tasks will lighten your load. So those, I just want to go back because those pieces of fabric, the colored ribbons that are tied to the tree's branches, they're just ribbons. They're little skinny ribbons. Witch Hazel says, decorate a leafless tree with strands of ribbon for each of your blessings. So they're not prayers or wishes. It's like a gratitude tree, a blessing tree. And more and more and more, I was telling my daughter this, I feel better when I start to bless people. I feel better when I focus on my blessings. And, you know, no more cursings. I'm going to try. I'm really going to try. No more cursing people, just blessing people. And no more looking at the things that they're not blessings. There's a lot of stuff in my life that is definitely not blessings. But I'm just making the deliberate and conscious decision to ignore them and to just not put any more, you know, focus on the things that are just not right, you know. And I really want to focus on the blessings. And so just to go back to my snake, okay, that is my snake. I have to bless that snake and find the blessings that it's bringing to me in the messages. And, you know, and then my reality will deal with it. Do you know what I mean? In the appropriate way. But it's like, I really want to start feeling blessed all the time. And so, yeah, decorating a tree with ribbons might be a way. I mean, remember to cut them off, I would say, before it starts growing again. But that's just me being a tree nerd. But, you know, maybe even like sometimes if you, like, I love the idea of doing that inside too. Like if you come across a broken branch and it's got like a lot of tiny little branches and make a cool decoration, bring that into your house, maybe spray paint it white and make it all shiny, and then tie strings on it, ribbons on it, to count all your blessings for each of your blessings. So that's one way to craft with the two of earth, witch hazel. We could also place fresh flowers or an image of the blooming tree on your altar in difficult times, but definitely cultivate joy. So what is my soul purpose? To cultivate joy. And hang birdhouses from winter trees and pause to sing with the birds while you work. Isn't that funny? Because I actually just did that 2 minutes ago. I made everybody stop and listen to those birds that were just going, they were just going joyful for all of a sudden. And I thought that was pretty cool. So what is my purpose? Joy. What is my soul purpose? Cultivate joy. Find joy in each moment, and balance on the edges of depth and lightness. And, you know, just really dive into my creative projects and find so much enjoyment within that. Full hands, rich life. All right, so that's my first card. Push pause if you need to read a little deeper into the card you pulled. So remember, push pause and catch up on what you just pulled. And then we will move forward into our second card. Now this second card just going like up a notch. Okay, we're working up into like a triangle pyramid shape. So we're going diagonal up for our second card. Boop, boop. If you speak the language of boop, it's just going to go boop, boop, okay? And this question is, how are you awakening? All right, I don't know. How are you awakening? Usually wanting coffee. Hey, you'll be so proud of me. I did drink my celery juice this morning. And now the celery's gone, so I actually need to go to the grocery store. Oh, which makes my head just go, I don't want to go to the grocery store. I hate going to the grocery store. But I need celery. What else do I need? Oh, pickles. Dill pickle slices. I've been really enjoying them. Okay, how are you awakening? It's gotten darker outside. No laundry for the next 3 days because there's like a chance of thunderstorms. How are you awakening? How are you awakening? Let's see what herb comes through for the question. How are you awakening? How am I awakening? Whoa. A whole bunch just fell out. A whole bunch just fell out. And I guess I'm going to ignore the devil card. I'm going to They fell out, and the card that's looking up at me is the Hierophant number 5. Okay, but I'm just laughing because in this chunk, I'm not joking you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards fell out. We're not fucking doing 10 cards. The card that's looking at me upright, no, reversed, is cacao. And you know what? I think that's funny, actually. Like, I'm talking about coffee and cacao saying, remember when you and I used to dance every morning? Remember when you and I used to wake up together? So, yeah, that's something for me to think about, getting back to cacao. And, you know, even though I am drinking organic coffee, it's like blessed by a rabbi. I'm grinding the beans fresh, okay? Like, I'm doing coffee right. The best you can do coffee. But also, it was just funny that I'm talking about coffee and cacao was on the top of that deck. It is reversed, though. And yeah, ain't gonna lie, I did see the devil peek out for a split second to say to me, wouldn't it be nice to wake up and feel more frisky? That's what he said to me. So I put him away, and I'm going to focus on cacao, the Hierophant. How are you awakening? Because we were talking about our soul discovery here, our spiritual journey, our greater understanding, our awakening, okay? Our awakening to our holy and our sacred self. And that is why we got the Hierophant. Because, I mean, we need to start using all the things that we learned from the magician, from the high priestess, from the empress, from the emperor, right? So we need to start, you know, as we go along our tarot journey, we need to start using all of our tools to create, right? So how are you awakening? Cacao, the Hierophant, says a revelation is at hand. Ooh, I love that so much. Because, like, one thing that's made me laugh on my awakening journey is, like, you think you have, like, a moment, you're like, oh my God, like, that was such a woke moment. And then a couple months later, you'll have another woke moment. And you're like, oh my God, now I'm even more woke. And then again, and then again, and then again. And so it's like, whoa, it's not just about, okay, I'm awakened now. Because I keep on waking up even more than I was already awoken. Does that make sense? Like, you keep on having these further or deepening or new awakening moments. So it's like you'll have a revelation and you'll be like, oh my God, light bulb moment, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And then a couple months later, you'll have another big one. And you're like, this is awesome because now I understand even more than I thought I already understood. Like, you think you're woke? Oh, you can get even more woke. It's pretty fun. It's cool. How many times have I said cool today? All right. The Hierophant also says, how are you awakening? Seek the truth in spiritual teachings. So yeah, how am I awakening? Definitely studying spiritual teachings. What have we done? We did like 105 universal laws last year. Now this year I'm hanging out with Flossie, who is also helping me to not only seek the truth, but speak the truth. So seek the truth in spiritual teachings. That's why I regularly each week read Rumi poetry from my Rumi Oracle deck, because it activates something within me. I don't know, I got this Rumi connection to Rumi. And, so I'm looking into that for some spiritual teachings. I connect with the Arcturians every day through Daniel Scranton. I feel like that is the way that spiritual teachings are coming through me. Archangel Michael. I just do that. So how am I awakening? Yeah, seeking the truth in spiritual teachings. And now Cacao also says, how are you awakening? The most potent wisdom emerges from the heart. So yeah, like I am keeping my mind and my attention and my focus busy seeking the truth in spiritual teachings, but that wisdom doesn't come from my head. That wisdom emerges from my heart. So how are you awakening? Head, heart, hands. I'm like totally Waldorf here. So a revelation is at hand. More and more is coming. How are you awakening through spiritual teachings? You're seeking the truth. That's how you doing it, honey. That's how you're doing your awakening. I gotta turn on the light here. It's getting real dark. The most potent wisdom emerges from the heart. So just jokingly, Cacao is here to remind me to drink some, right? Put a little cinnamon stick in it, maybe even a little chili pepper, and have just sort of ancient moment, right? Burn some incense. I love that she's in the shape of a woman. There's an incense burner in the shape of a woman. We've got cacao beans on open pods. And yeah, this is definitely ceremonial cacao. There's even a decorative molinillo, which is like the stirring stick, I believe, to froth it up. So here's also what Cacao wants to tell me about how I am awakening. The secrets of the sacred are available to all. Learn them. Teach them. All right. Isn't that funny? Because that's exactly what I'm doing. How am I awakening? With you, honey. With everybody who will listen. Like I say, like I'm an open book that nobody wants to read. But if I keep running at the mouth, people sometimes listen. But it's like, that's how I'm actually able to be so motivated and dedicated within my personal awakening, because as soon as I learn something, I just turn right around and I teach it, or I share it, or I talk about it. And that helps really, really activate it and anchor it within me and helps me learn it. And then I'm also providing service to the collective by doing that, because the secrets of the sacred are available to all. You, me, everyone we know has access to the sacred secrets, and they're all doable. It's like there's really nothing that's above anybody. Like everything can be broken down into a reasoning that we can understand, and anybody can understand. So I literally have confidence that I could go up to the dumbest person and speak the truth to them and share some of these quote sacred secrets, and they would get it, because that's just how we're designed. We're designed to resonate with the secrets of the sacred, and yes, they are available to all. So learn them, teach them. And that is how I am awakening. Drinking pure cacao, which now I'm going to have to drink some today, is an ancient practice that leads to greater perceptive awareness by opening the heart. Now, what's up, Coffee Bean? I don't know if you can say that, but the cacao is an ancient drink that leads to greater perceptive awareness by opening the heart. And even just Saturday, I got a message from my friend Lori to really, to be not a message, like a reminder. She maybe didn't even realize she was delivering the message, but it was a reminder from her, through her, to get into my heart space, to drop down more and more, opening the heart. Now, commercial chocolate is cacao stripped of its beneficial properties, cloaked in delicious yet harmful ingredients. So only true cacao can open the capillaries and increase blood flow. So don't bullshit yourself thinking that Snickers bar is your connection to cacao. You got to get some of the real stuff, okay? And experience it physically in your body, just a little bit at first. You'll be wowed. Spiritual teaching must speak authentically to reach the heart, but some things must be revealed slowly. As too much cacao can cause the pulse to quicken, learning too much too fast can overwhelm. And that is so true. To answer the question, how are you awakening? Yeah, slow and steady. And I know when to be like, all right, that's enough. Or I know when to be like, I close the book and then I literally have to think about what I just learned for like 3 days. Because things must be revealed slowly and it takes time to absorb and integrate. And yeah, you don't want to feel overwhelmed. That's why we did the laws of the universe all last year. We didn't try to sit down and read 105 of them. We did one a day. And that was digestible. It really was. It didn't overwhelm us. So yeah, everyone be mindful of that. Learning too much too fast can overwhelm. So that's why you just go at your own pace. Have patience with the pace of the divine. Remain devoted to mystery, yet have respect for ceremony. So how are you awakening? Slow and steady and devoted. How are you awakening? By seeking the truth in spiritual teachings, opening my heart for the wisdom to emerge and the revelations to be revealed to me, to be heard by me. So yeah, cacao is inviting me to have a little ceremony, listen for an epiphany, enjoy some true chocolate, and enhance my perceptive abilities by learning about heart intelligence. And it, of course, invites me to heartmath.org. And I did go there, but it didn't really do too much for me. But it might do, you might like it, heartmath.org. But you know what? Bottom line, be devoted to your spiritual awakening and be devoted for the right divine pace for you. So I love that it said to be devoted, because our affirmation from Tulsi says, my devotion to my holy work spreads goodness to all. So this is a week of devotion. Yes, it's a new moon too. But even more so for me, this is a week of devotion and really diving into my soul discovery and my soul purpose and my soul awakening. So now we're at the top of the boop, boop, boop. We've made it to the top before we descend down on the other side. So our third card, and remember to push pause if you need to catch up. Our third card is going to ask, or just actually going to show, new ways to discover yourself. Ooh, new ways. Something new. I love something new. That's why I'm like excited to get new Oracle decks, because I love new. I love, like, if I get a deck and it only shows me one new thing of how to discover myself, it was worth it. To me, it was worth it. And I'm going to enjoy the art, and I'm going to enjoy the messages and reading it. Like I got 2 decks coming to me. One from the UK, I told you about that. nature messages, and it's flower fairies. And then I have a grace deck coming to me too. So yeah, Mel was, I would have bought all 4 decks that she was selling secondhand. I ain't got no trouble buying somebody that I love and respect a deck from them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, especially her. And I would have bought them all, but by the time I saw the post, there was just only, the Grace deck. And I thought to myself, that would be a shitty omen for me to not get the Grace deck, right? Because what are we doing all week with Flossie? Saying our affirmations. What is divine? What is mine under divine right will come through me under grace. So I am learning to use the power of grace to manifest under grace, because that is how I protect myself and help myself to manifest things beautifully. So the fact that, quote, it was only grace was left cracked me up, because that's for me. That deck is for me. And the message is there for me, and me opening the doors and saying, yes, I would never turn grace away. Yes, I take the Grace deck. I mean, that was really fun for me. So that's coming to me too. All right. And that was only $8. She didn't even charge me shipping. I'm like, girl, you're basically sending me that deck for free. But what a sweetie. All right. Okay, here we go. Number 3 says new ways to discover yourself. Are you ready? Funny, I was like, if we go through this quick, we'll pull from another deck. That's never going to happen. Go through a Tarot Tuesday quick with Sadie Marie. That's never going to happen, ever. All right. New ways to discover myself. Give me something new. Give me a new way to discover myself. Or new ways, but just one card, please. New ways. Oh, I have one card in my hand. I love it, because when I shuffle, my eyes are closed. I don't even know if I can shuffle with my eyes open anymore. Like, I just do it all by sensing. And so whenever I have one card in my right hand and the deck in my left hand, that's always a fun feeling, a good feeling for me, because it's like, here is your card. It is the Fool, Dandelion. So, new ways to discover yourself. What could I not have pulled a perfecter card? Perfecter. The Fool, right? New ways. Yeah, the Fool is the most best new way to just be open to all things new. And yeah, even something that makes you look foolish. You know, like, I'm so excited to get these childish flower fairies. Truly, this deck looks like it's designed for a child. And I'm like so excited to get it, right? Because I don't know, I just am. But it's like, don't be afraid to look foolish or try something new, because that could be your new way to discover yourself. So number 0, the Fool, Dandelion. It's okay. Do you hang out with me at Herbal Marie? Because we just did the world card, and on the world card in the Herbal Tarot, there was a sun in the sky of that card, and the north and south sun rays were like a little bit longer, and that really, I liked that. And right, that vertical up and down ray was extra long, and it was a cool sun. Well, this is like a rock flower mandala, and once again, the north and south directions are a little bit longer. They're made with stones, so like there's 3 stones on the north and south, and then east and west just has 1 round stone. So I love this shape this week. This sort of sunshine, but an elongated sunshine. So there's something in that to me. I know, because the dandelion The center is filled with dandelions. This literally looks like a sun to me, and it's got dandelion leaves on the outer skirts of the circle, looking like rays of green sunshine coming out from this circle of dandelion flowers. So big message from the sun. How can new ways to discover yourself, solar consciousness, be knocking on my etheric door right now? Not right now. There's actually, it's really cloudy right this second, but there's something that I can discover about myself through the energy of the sun, through the solar consciousness, through our sun angels, okay? Sun angels. And definitely a message too, before I even look in the book, just to connect with the cardinal directions, north, south, east, west. There is some type of medicine in that for me. Also in this picture, there is a monarch butterfly. So new ways to discover yourself. The snake and did you just hear me snake? That was fucking weird. The snake, that is creeping me out now, has a message for me of transformation, and so does this butterfly. So yeah, it's like that revelation that happens like when you're woke and then you get more woke. It's like you change and then you become more changed. So you transform and then, oh, here you are, more transformed. So I feel like it's like be really, really open to new ways of discovering yourself. They're happening, they're here, they're available. You might just be, I got chills all over my body. You might just be amused and entertained and find a lot of joy in some new foolishness coming up for you. So, new ways to discover yourself. The Fool says, follow your dream seeds. Be audacious in your adventures. Seek wisdom in weeds. So yeah, it's an awesome card. There's a basket of dandelion flowers. It's in the grass. I mean, it's full to the brim. It really is. Oh, I guess like that is the basket on the edge. Okay, yeah, I see it now. It's full of dandelion flowers. There's stones that mark the cardinal directions, but the arrow-shaped leaves of the dandelion point to many possible paths. So what new ways to discover yourself? Many possible paths are opening up. What you need to do is follow your dream seeds. Follow your dream seeds. Some plants spill from a wild crafting pouch that rests on the ground. A monarch butterfly sets off on its migration. Ooh, so something maybe going somewhere new too. Doing something new, a new way to discover yourself. The world is full of adventure. Open to what you have never known before. Like the dandelion seeds that float freely in all directions, trust the changing winds as you embark on a new journey. The bright yellow flowers are bold and lively. Be as audacious and spirited in your explorations. Often thought of as a weed, dandelion is an inviting first medicine for the new herbalist. Keep your mind open. Be willing to experience life as a beginner. Be a pioneer. So, like I said, we could not have pulled a more perfect card to answer the third topic, new ways to discover yourself, and we bring in the Fool. I mean, just be open to anything and everything, something new, something you've never done. Follow your dream seeds, be adventurous, go out of your comfort zone, seek some wisdom in the weeds that are fucking driving you crazy in your yard. I mean, do something new. Look at it from a beginner again. Be a pioneer and keep your mind open. Be bold and discover something new about yourself. find some new wisdom in an unlikely place. So good card for that third one. All right, moving on. We got to move on. It's 11:55. I can hear my daughter's getting restless upstairs. Late start this morning. I woke up and I was tired in bed, and my hot pink curtains made the room just seem like I needed to stay under the covers. All right, number 4, what action to take now? Okay, so Dandelion's like, are you ready for whatever? Okay, are you ready for whatever? Something new. So what action am I supposed to take? Cacao's like, you can have a drink. What action? The question is, what action to take now? My bladder's like, go to the bathroom. What action to take now? What action to... Dang. Okay. There is 2 cards to my right and 1 card to my left that's face down. I hate this. I hate this moment. I'm gonna go with the 1 card because I fucking told my deck 1 cards, okay, for each question. But I will look at the 2 cards just for you and me. But for my picture, I'm gonna go with the 1 card, which is what action to take now. It's plantain. Oh, and you know what? I did not harvest any plantain yet because it's in the snake pit garden. And I'm scared to death to go in there. But I feel like it's like, do you want your plantain for tea? Maybe I might go, usually I do narrow leaf plantain for my tea in the winter. So this gave me an instant headache. Actually, do you hear that my voice has changed? Because I have my head in my hand right now. Like this instantly made my head want to go in my hand. Interesting. Ace of Water. What action to take now? Go get your fucking plantain. All right, let me see what the 2 cards are here. Horsetail, 10 of Earth, and St. John's Wort, the Sun. Okay, so just keep in mind, shine your light. And I did get my St. John's Wort, and that is also in the same garden space, but like I didn't care if there was an alligator in that garden. Like I was getting my St. John's Wort. Do you know what I mean? And so I got it. But like, it's like plantain's like, how come you don't love me as much as St. John's Wort? How come you don't come in and get me? How come you don't? In this card where the plantain is, there's this like murky looking water behind it, like whether it's a river or a swamp or stream, and it looks like there could be alligators in this water in the plantain card. Plantain's like, you went and got St. John's Wort, you better come get me. And then Horsetail, 10 of Earth, like is just, I guess, here to laugh, because it's like she's not going into the woods. Not without a cowboy. I'm not. All right, here we go. Ace of Water is our card to answer what action to take now. It is the Ace of Water. And Plantain says, what action to take now? Follow your heart. Trust your instincts and intuition. Your capacity for love is limitless. So the Fool shows up and is like ready for anything. He's got his pockets bursting with dream seeds, with dandelion seeds. Like he's ready to do whatevs. But it's like, how do we know what to do? How do we know what action to take now? We follow our heart. We do the thing that calls us the most. We trust our instincts. We trust our intuition. We follow our heart and open our heart and know that our capacity for love is limitless. So we literally need to give ourselves permission and allow ourselves to start flowing as much love, giving as much love, knowing as much love. Our capacity is limitless. We're not going to run out of love. I promise you. Like, it is an endless stream. So it's like, start following your heart, start being governed by your intuition, listen to your instincts, and go for it. So yeah, it is the height of summer in this card. That's so funny because this is what action to take now, and right now it is July 21st, the height of summer, right? A gently flowing river is lined with lush vegetation. At the edge of the bank, a healthy plantain plant spreads its strong green leaves along the ground in all directions. And I just want to say that if I do run into that cowboy again that I told you about that just bought the bass boat, I could actually get on a river this summer, and I will get some river plantain, right? I don't need to go out and get my garden plantain. I'm going to go get some river plantain. All right, just want to tell the universe that that would be cool. The tiny white flower petals on the landscape, the tiny white flower petals form a shape of a halo around each stalk. So if you look at the flowers, I know like you hardly think of plantain as that being their flowers, but if you look at it, there's like these tiny, tiny little white flowers, and they're like a halo around the head of that each of them stalks. Bees are drinking water from the riverbed. The air is cool with a breeze from the glacier above. So, what action to take now is your fourth card. What'd you get? What action to take now? New experiences can cause a wellspring of feelings. Open your heart to spiritual guidance. That's what you can do right now. Open your heart to spiritual guidance. Take a fresh look at an ancient calling of soul. Plantain is a prolific yet powerful medicine that is easily missed. So to embody the love you desire, you may need to see it in a new light. And that is a good message for me because I always associate love with cowboys. And it's like, listen, there's love everywhere. There's love in all forms. The Fool is here with adventure to love, new experiences to love, new aha light bulb moments to love. Cacao is here with new spiritual teachings to love, right? Like there's just like so much new ways of looking with everything. Witch Hazel has new projects to love, joy in each moment to love. Like a lot of times to embody the love that we desire, we have to see it in a new light. So mixed with a little bit of water, this unassuming weed gently heals wounds from bites and stings. A simple, compassionate approach to a surge of emotions can have the most meaning. Small strings form a rib-like structure within the leaves that give it strength. Nourish your emotions and trust your feelings. Now get this. What action to take now? The threads of joy point the way to wisdom. So once again, we have joy coming in, and we're going to manifest even more joy tomorrow. The threads of joy point the way to wisdom. So what action to take now? Listen to my heart, follow my heart, trust my feelings, nourish my emotions. It's like basically what action to take is more like an emotional direction. It's not, maybe not even a physical action. It's more like intuitive, emotional. All this water in the plantain card, it's like get to know your emotions, trust your feelings, nourish your emotions, follow your heart, trust your instincts, trust your intuition. Open up your heart so that more love can flow. And it's always fun to take a plantain walk. Seek out plantain in nature. Let it lead your walk. So it's like you just like plantain is the trail, you know. I have a good it's like a field, but they mow it, so you can easily see the plantain down at the engine museum, and it's fun to see what kind of a path the plantain will take you on, because there's a ton of it down there. You can make plantain ice cubes, and you could even take plantain flower stems and shape them into hearts and leave them as gratitude offerings. So really just what action to take now. Hang out with plantain, and for the love of goddess, go harvest some, because this winter you'll wish that you had plantain tea to drink, and you're not going to be happy ordering some and paying $30 a pound for it. Okay? Just practical Sadie's jumping in here. Just to remind myself, like, come on now, girl. Like, you love having plantain. Don't let some little 3-foot snake deter you from getting yours. All right. We made it to our 5th card. 4 days later. We've made it to our 5th card in the Soul Discovery spread by Starseed.Academy. And this is Ultimate Transformation. So this is just like whatever the fuck card, okay? This card could be anything, right? But it's going to show us maybe our ultimate transformation. Like where is all this soul discovery for you headed? Where is all this soul discovery for me headed? Like, I open my heart, I take a new adventure, right? I go get my plantain. I drink some cacao. Like, you know, I count my blessings with the witch hazel. I enjoy my projects. I find joy in every moment. Like, I'm happy and I'm having fun. That seems good enough for me. Like, I guess that's why I'm like, hey man, this card can be whatever, because like I'm already like tickled green with all of this insight. And it's like, but we're not done yet. The tarot is like, yeah, but you're not done. You'll never be done. You're an eternal being. Like, you're going to wake up, and then you're going to wake up some more, and then you're going to wake up some more. And then even when you think you're the wokest you've ever beenest, you're going to wake up even more. Like, you're going to like look back at the woke AF as being like, wow, like I thought that was awesome. And now like I'm even more full of purpose, more enlightened, more awoken, more discovery, more expansion, more. If like there was a repetitive thing that the universe liked to do and say and feel and be, it would be more, because we're just like always becoming more. The universe is always expanding. God, Goddess, Mother, Father, God, whatever you want to call it, is always expanding more, becoming more of itself, knowing more of itself, and that's just how it is. All right. Ultimate transformation with the Soul Discovery spread. Whew. And then I might just go find myself some plantain here and there. Looking kind of rough. The plantain be looking kind of rough in July, but we'll still find it. And I usually don't do broadleaf plantain. That's what I was saying before. But because I know where so much of it is down at the engine show and under this one apple tree, I might just get some there too, since there hasn't been a whole lot of traffic down there. But yeah, I mean, I love my yard and I love my garden, but I'm open to plantain in other places. I'm open to river plantain. I'm open to my new cowboy fisherman friend taking me on a ride for his bass boat and us going up to the river bank and me snagging some plantain and harvesting while I'm on a boat. Would that be fun? Because there's like parts of the river where you can like go to the shoreline and the bank, you can reach the plants on the bank. Watch out for snakes. And get me some plantain. All right. I just want to get me some cowboy too. When I was at Victoria's memorial service this weekend, I was chatting with her best friend and her boyfriend. They're like in their 60s, and Anyways, you know, I don't know how the cowboy came up, but he comes up everywhere. And this her man friend says, well, you know what they say, save a horse, ride a cowboy. And that was the first time I had heard it. So you know that I laughed. You know that I was like, oh my God, yes. Save a horse, ride a cowboy. And I found a t-shirt online and I was like, I should get that. Like, I like to look up t-shirts. I never order them, but I have fun finding them. But that would maybe be a funny t-shirt for me to wear. Save a horse, ride a cowboy. All right, ultimate transformation. On that brilliant note, like, I love it, like, right before I pull, like, a really profound and enlightened card. I just act like a total hoe. Like, right before that moment. I like to lead up to that very wise and transformative moment by talking about riding a cowboy. Okay. And I laugh at myself all the time because, like, that's like part of being a human. And I just, my wiser self just gotta let me off the hook a lot because, I mean, sometimes being a human is hard and sometimes being a human is just straight up horny. It is, okay? We can still discover our souls and still buy shirts that say, save a horse, ride a cowboy. All right, you ready to pull your last card? Here we go. Fifth card, boop, 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 boop. We're down here on the descent on the right side. You can look at this layout at starseed.academy or at Herb Oracle today. I'll post a picture. Off the bottom, very specifically, we've got 6 of Earth, Pine. Now this card is stalking me. It's stalking me. Why? Because I can't remember. All I see is the fire, the campfire, the long needle pine needle ornaments that we have tied with strings. I don't know if we've written something on those pieces of paper. We're at a campfire, 6 of Earth. The ultimate transformation is 6 of Earth. Really? That's it? All right, here it is though for me. The ultimate transformation from Pine, 6 of Earth. Ground yourself in community. Share your resources. Your generosity will circle back to you. The soul remains evergreen. So yeah, honey, that's it. Just everything that would complete your joyful journey. So yeah, if you've been hanging out with me, what did you get? I'm so curious. Please comment. Please come to the Instagram and comment. Tell me what you got. Because you know that I have like some issues with community and I don't always feel like I fit in, or I don't always feel like a part of it, right? So yeah, that is going to be my ultimate transformation. When I go through this this transformative experience of the Fool and the Ace of Water and the Hierophant and the 2 of Earth, and it's like when I open my heart to more love and more joy and really get into the energy of who I am and discover my soul discovery through my projects and my passions, and discover more of myself with trying new things and taking new adventures, I'm going to let a lot of my ego issues drop. Like, I'm just seeing my ego issues drop into the water, right? My resentments fall away because I'm blessing people now. I'm not resenting or cursing because I know that's not good for me. So what is the ultimate transformation? Being able to not just ground myself in my own personal experience, but being able to ground myself in community. So I see this as where I could be going, and this would be the ultimate transformation, to be able to do that joyfully. So yeah, I share my resources from a distance. right? I'm happy to post a blog post, do a podcast, live stream there, take it, go with it. But like I have to understand that like that is still me being very distant and detached and not really part of community. Like, yeah, I'm sharing my resources, and yes, my generosity does indeed circle back to me, and I like that so much. But I feel like the ultimate transformation from Pine, 6 of Earth, will be that grounding yourself in community. Oh, yeah. It will be that. And then I'll still do what I do. I'll still share my resources. My generosity will circle back to me even that much more then, I'm sure of it. And my soul remains evergreen. So my ultimate transformation is truly knowing, capital K, knowing that my soul is evergreen and I am an eternal being. My soul discovery path is going to lead me to that wisdom, to that revelation of experiencing eternity in this human form, getting a taste of it in this human form, and allowing that to be my guiding light. I'll be able to trust everything in my life when I truly, truly, truly know that I am truly evergreen and eternal. It's like when you realize you're an eternal being, it sort of takes the weight off of everything in this experience. Because it's like you can't get it wrong. You can do whatever you want. You're an eternal being. You can go fast, you can go slow, like you can take your time. There's no rush. There's no rush. You're an eternal being. So enjoy your projects. Enjoy your connections. Enjoy your weeds. Right? Enjoy the water. Enjoy the sunshine. Enjoy the cacao. Enjoy the summer. Enjoy the winter. Enjoy the campfire. Enjoy the cowboys. A circle of ancient stones surrounds a warm fire. A rustic pine table shows a small muslin bundles. That's what we did last week. These muslin bundles adorned with red string, pine sprigs, and cones. Bundles made with friends at the solstice. So the ultimate transformation is going to be actually seeing myself with other people. And with, but still doing my own thing, but with other people. I think it will be nice. The shadow of a rich evergreen forest is seen beyond the meadow. So the ultimate transformation. Life is generative. Share with friends. Support each other in times of plenty and times of lack. Celebrate what you have. Celebrate what you have. Pine is an evergreen tree that keeps its needles all year, providing medicine, materials for baskets, and shelter for forest creatures. Pine is a living embodiment of everlasting life. So the ultimate transformation is everlasting life. As the pine is gracious with its resources, be generous with those in need. Honor the people and the land that have provided you with the foundation, security, and resources on which you now rely. Gather the community together and teach what you know. Recognize the bounty in your life. Look for ways to share your abundance with others. So yeah, Pine says, walk in a pine forest with friends to release the old and make way for the new. Learn to weave pine needle baskets to gather your bounty. Oh my God, is that going to be my new creative project? Weaving baskets. Like we could weave with pine. The dandelion flowers are in a basket. The plantain was like weave my stems into a heart shape. Witch hazel baskets. There's a lot of basket energy going on here. And also drink some tea from freshly gathered pine needles for renewal and regeneration. So the ultimate transformation card, 6 of Earth, pine, ground yourself in community, share your resources, your generosity will circle back to you. And the ultimate transformation is knowing the soul remains evergreen. So it's Tarot Tuesday Tarot, and the ultimate transformation is a message of everlasting life. I guess I can't complain. So what's your future card? Everlasting life. Yeah, me too. Anyways, thanks so much for hanging out with me, doing the Soul Discovery spread by Starseed.Academy. Thank you, Witch Hazel. Thank you, Cacao. Thank you, Dandelion. Thank you, Plantain. Thank you, Pine, for coming in with all these great messages, helping us discover more of ourselves, our soul purpose, how indeed we are awakening, slow but steady, diving into those ancient teachings and digesting it at the pace that is right for us and divinely right for us. So we got some new ways to discover ourselves, some action to take. Very simply, follow your heart, and yeah, ultimate transformation, everlasting life. Yeah, me too. So on that note, go out and be joyful and do whatever it is that calls you and whatever it is that excites you, and follow your dream seeds and discover more and more of you. Anyways, thanks for hanging out. Tarot Tuesday Tarot, the Soul Discovery Spread. Wishing you many, many blessings and so much love.